Giga Texas is 35% complete and it's screaming along. Welcome to My Tesla Weekend. The site is really accelerating and it appears we're in the steep part of the S-curve. And while this may make the progress appear faster than it actually is, yes, Giga Texas is genuinely 35% done. The pace of steelwork has accelerated, as expected, with other elements needed for dry-in right behind them. I've added some new features to the tracker this week, including an estimated breakdown of how many of the floors are 1, 2, or 3 stories. I continue to make the bold assumptions the hammer swingers really hate, but 0 of them have provided any suggestions for how to actually crunch the numbers, so this is how we roll. If you want to see how Giga Texas stacks up size-wise to the other factories, I have satellite images for comparison on my first 6 months video coming out later this week. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Let's explore why these 5 elements for tracking were chosen. Grading. While it may not have seemed like a significant enough element in Shanghai or Berlin, they had to move mountains to even start putting in foundations in Texas, or more accurately, erase the hills and valleys. To assign this no weight would have made for such a wild S-curve the tracker wouldn't have been capable of producing any sort of fair picture. Footings. While installing 4 foundational blocks to build a big square on top isn't complicated, and 9 of them to make 4 such squares, it is both time-consuming and something that can't be done concurrently with other work in that space, or even the space just next to it. Steel frame, or perhaps concrete frame, but you get the idea. This one generates the most skepticism in the comments, but it's undeniably a major stepping stone towards completion. It's the most visible form of progress and also a critical milestone between foundation and everything else that follows. Roof. Why assign so much weight to the roof when it's a fairly fast and simple process? Because it allows interior work to begin in one form or another. We've seen the floors poured on the second floor in the northeast corner, but only after the roof went on. This was counted in my initial estimates, and I invited viewers to suggest other weighting or methodology to refine these estimates, but this aspect was never addressed, and I remain confident that this small step is still worth counting. Interior. This is included because it's obviously a critical step on the path to production, but assigning it only 20% weight may be an oversimplification. While the number of man-hours to complete the floors, walls, paint, HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and equipment installation is on a scale hard to comprehend, many of those aspects can be tackled by different specialized crews at the same time. And once the building is closed off, we'll have very little idea what's going on inside, making progress tracking a bit more difficult. So far, I've kept the figure for interior completion flat, at the roundest number of all, 0. Shanghai phases 1 and 2 each went from closing off the exterior walls to first production in 4 months. There's no reason to think Texas will not achieve the same pace. Once the walls are put in place, the tracker will start counting interior progress according to the total space enclosed. I'm getting 3 sorts of comments in regards to my predictions. Some are saying it's far too slow and that it'll be ready sooner. Others saying it's just about right, and a handful, though less every week, saying it's way too optimistic because these are simple elements so far compared to the work that follows. You can't please everyone, and the fact that the timeline complaints are in both directions tell me I'm doing something right. While I'll be the first to admit it's not a perfect projection, it's not based on nothing, but by looking at how other Tesla factories have progressed and using those as the baseline. If you want to tell me I'm too optimistic, what I hear you saying is that construction workers in Texas are no match for their counterparts in China or Germany, and my friend, I should remind you, you don't mess with Texas. So let's take a look at the sitemap by week, but first, a big thank you to my Patreons who enjoy behind-the-scenes access, bonus material, and help keep the channel running. I spend about an hour for every finished minute of video you see on screen. It's extremely time-consuming to produce high-quality content like this, and I can't do it without your support, so thank you guys so much. Here it is as it appears this week, and we'll take a second to soak in the glory. And now let's roll that back to December 14th and watch what 5 weeks of progress looks like. So here you go. Giga Texas is 35% complete, and it will be finished, for lack of a better word, in a total of 522 days, as in Giga Texas will be complete on Christmas. Of course, that pace will obviously change one way or the other, but we'll see as the weeks go by. And for fun, I've started keeping track of how much is single versus multiple floors, and as of now, the building, from what we can determine, is 48% single story, with 38% having a second floor and 14% having a third floor or higher. There's so few 4-story segments it doesn't make sense to track them just yet at this point. Let's hear your predictions in the comments. And when you see an angry skeptic who is just plain mad or indignant at these guesses, how dare you, you're not in construction, whatever. Don't stoop to their level. If you engage them at all, do it with facts. And while I am not a construction worker, what I am is a guy who has watched thousands of hours of footage of construction of these exact factories. And while my guesses are still from the outside looking in, you can get a pretty good view from the outside. So stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots in detention. See you after school.